With Mandy Rose now released and gone from the WWE, Toxic Attraction are a member light. So we are here today to decide who could be the new member of Toxic Attraction. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and I've decided to compile a list. I've got 5 women that I think could and would be good additions to Toxic Attraction and to replace Mandy Rose as the leader of the group. So I made a list of 5. Some of these on the list I think are more likely to be picked, and then there's a couple on the list that I don't think are going to get picked, but I think would make really good additions to the group and would make a lot of sense. But unfortunately, for one reason or another, I think they are less likely to get the nod. So I did narrow it down to 5. I think this 5 would be a pretty good list. But again, the ones I think are less likely to be put into the group, I've started with down the bottom. So with that said, we'll kick off with number 5. And number 5 is going to be Scarlett Bordeaux. Now, is she going to be the new member of Toxic Attraction? No, unfortunately not, because she's currently fucking hanging around with her gimp husband, Karrion Kross, and they're doing the whole time gimmick, and she's the valet, and she's just not going to be taken away from Kross to be put in Toxic Attraction. But I think we can all say that Scarlett Bordeaux would be a great fit for Toxic. Have you seen her run in TNA as the Smoke Show? She was fantastic, and that kind of gimmick, that sort of personality where she's playing as like this mean, essentially toxic chick who's fucking very hot and attractive. She would just fit straight into Toxic Attraction. I think she's good on the mic as well. I think she'd be a great leader. She's more experienced than the other two, a bit older than the other two, and for me, she would be a perfect member. And I also like the way she's got blonde hair, and it would be like they've got the blonde, the redhead, and like the brunette. I think she would just be great. I think that I can visualize Scarlett Bordeaux as the 3rd member, as the leader of Toxic Attraction, and for me, it makes a lot of sense. However, unfortunately, she is with Karrion Kross. I don't see them just taking her away from Kross to put her in Toxic Attraction, so it's not going to be Scarlett Bordeaux. But maybe it should be, let's be honest, maybe it should be. Coming at number 4, I'm going with Cora Jade. The generation of Jade is, I wouldn't say it's running wild in NXT. It's not exactly having great success, but there's no doubt with her heel change, she is now like the top, probably one of the top heels on NXT. She has become a bit of a mean girl. She has been very toxic again, pun intended. And I think she'd be another good fit to Toxic Attraction. However, I don't know if she'd be as good as the leader. Like, she is only, 21? It would be a bit hard to see her come in and assume leadership role. But there's definitely no doubt in my mind that Cora Jade would fit in this group along with the other two. And again, I just think she's got the look. I think she's got the personality. She's currently a heel. She's currently been a bully. Toxic Attraction are bullies. She's hot as well. Toxic Attraction are hot. She would make a great fit. So I think Cora Jade would be good. I just don't think they'll go with Cora Jade because she is young and she is still getting pushed as well. I just think she's a bit too young and a bit too inexperienced. I feel like whoever comes in to do this role as like the leader of the group, I feel like they will be someone that's been on the roster for a longer time, someone that can lead the group. And I just don't know if Cora Jade's ready, but I do think character-wise, personality-wise, look-wise, she'd be a great addition to Toxic Attraction. Coming in at number 3, I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton. Now, what I said about Cora Jade probably does rule out Tiffany Stratton as well. However, let's be real, she's got this whole like daddy's rich girl gimmick, and I just feel like she could be the rich girl that aligns herself with Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, and she's the one like with money, and she's aligning herself with other girls to be successful. And I could imagine the 3 of them going on to dominate NXT. I could see Tiffany Stratton being NXT champion. I could see Toxic Attraction getting their belts back. And again, kind of similar to Scarlett Bordeaux, I think I think Tiffany Stratton's got a very good look. Again, with her blonde hair, I think she'd fit in really good as the leader. And like I said, she's got that like sort of cocky, beautiful, everything is about me, I've got all the money, it's me or nothing sort of deal. So I think Tiffany Stratton would fit in really well as the leader of Toxic Attraction. However, I don't know, she's got a solo thing going at the moment. Is it worth taking her away for a solo gimmick? I think there's more chance of Tiffany Stratton being the leader than Cora Jade. I'll put it that way. I do think it would work well. You know, Tiffany Stratton with her daddy's money, and not really, I wouldn't say she could buy herself Toxic Attraction as friends, but she could definitely, you know, align herself as the new leader, and I just think it would be a really good fit. So, yeah, Tiffany Stratton, I'd say there's a chance, so we'll see, but I'm putting her at number 3. Alright, now we're moving into my top 2 candidates, and I do believe it will be one of these two. I would bet money on it, and coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with Carmella. She's been in the company now for quite a long time. She's pretty much had success, but she's also had kind of like failures. She's been champion, she's been Money in the Bank. She's had different gimmicks. Mela is money, Mela is beautiful. You know, she's had all these sort of gimmicks, but at the moment, she is kind of going on this. She's this like beautiful chick at the moment, the most beautiful woman in WWE. She definitely comes across as a mean girl to me. So I think she would be a good lead and a good fit into Toxic Attraction. Kind of similar to the other chick. She's hot, and I think you need to be hot to be in Toxic Attraction. You cannot be in Toxic Attraction if you're not hot, man. It really is that simple. You can't have a fatty in Toxic Attraction. You can't have fucking Shayna Baszler who looks like death in Toxic Attraction. It just wouldn't work. But I think you could have the most beautiful woman, in her own words, in WWE in Toxic Attraction. Plus, I think Carmella is decent on the mic. I think she'd be a good fit. I can imagine her sitting in the Toxic Lounge with a glass of wine in her hands, and, you know, sitting with Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne. So I think Carmella would be a really good fit into Toxic Attraction. I think she's experienced enough to come in and be the leader. I don't think it would be too difficult for her. I think she'd come in and I think she'd be a solid fit as the partner of both Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne. So for me, and plus, another reason why I think it could be Carmella is, I've said she's hot, beautiful, you know, attractive, decent mic skills, experienced, all that stuff, but she's not doing anything at the moment. It's not like she's got a good singles run, or she's in a tag team or anything like that they'd be taking her away from. At the moment, Carmella, and I know she's been injured, but she's not doing anything, so it just seems like a good opportunity to bring her back as the third member, because at the moment, like I said, she's not got anything to do, and it'd be like, if they bring her in and it doesn't really work, then they haven't really lost anything, in my opinion, by bringing in Carmella. So I'm putting Carmella at number 2, and coming in at number 1, I'm going to go with Sonya Deville. I think it makes the most sense. Sonya Deville, best friends with Mandy Rose. She's got a history with Mandy Rose in WWE as well, and she's also got a history with Toxic Attraction. She's helped Toxic Attraction a few times. There was one episode of NXT where she helped Toxic Attraction. There was also one time where she teamed up with Toxic Attraction when Mandy Rose was away from TV. I believe her brother just passed away, and she took a couple of weeks off, and I remember they brought in Sonya Deville to help Toxic Attraction deal with Alba Fire, and she was actually teaming up with Toxic Attraction. Plus, with Sonya Deville, she has a lesbian, so maybe they could get like a three-way live sex celebration once they win the titles. That would be pretty good. I've no complaints there. So yeah, Sonya Deville, I think, is very hot as well, so I think she'd make a good addition. I think she'd be a good leader. I also really like Sonya Deville's mic skills. I think she'd done really good as the like co-general manager or co-authority figure alongside Adam Pearce. I think she grew a hell of a lot, and for me, I'd argue that there's not many women better on the mic than Sonya Deville in WWE. Not many at all. So I think Sonya would be a great addition to Toxic Attraction, and I also think she'd be great as the leader of Toxic Attraction. So that is my list, guys. Scarlett Bordeaux, Cora Jade, Tiffany Stratton, Carmella, and Sonya Deville. Obviously, I put Sonya Deville first, so I believe she is most likely to be the leader. And in terms of who I would go with, you know what, I would probably go with Sonya Deville, because, like I said, the first three, Scarlett Bordeaux, I think Scarlett Bordeaux would probably be the best leader, but again, she's just doing that stuff with Cross, and I feel like Tiffany Stratton and Cora Jade have got good single careers at the moment, so maybe it's not worth taking the risk on throwing them into a faction. But with Sonya Deville, she isn't doing anything at the moment. Anytime we see her, she's pretty much getting her ass kicked by Liv Morgan, so why not? Why not put her into Toxic Attraction? And I'd probably keep them on NXT for a bit longer, let them build up some success, let them get, some titles. Maybe give Sonya Deville the NXT title. Maybe that could work, because I wouldn't want them just to come straight onto the main roster and just be buried straight away. There's no point in that. So yeah, I would personally put Sonya Deville into the group, and that's why I've got her, guys, at number 1. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know who your number 1 choice would be to replace Mandy Rose as the 3rd member and leader of Toxic Attraction, and I will catch you guys later for more videos. But until then, been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and peace.